Yeah, Saurabh, sir. It is live on the YouTube. You can.
Yeah, sir. Just
Yeah.
good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Masterclass of Power BI. My name is Saurabh Kumar. I would be taking your sessions today. I'm working as a data scientist in nickel analytics. So today's topic would be how we can import a data in Power BI. After that, we will see that how we can do the data cleaning. Okay. Next thing would be that we will discuss after doing the data cleaning. We will discuss that how we can create a simple, just a normal report in Power BI within 10 minutes. Okay. A quick report we will click. And after that, if any doubt will be there, that we will have a look. Okay. So let's first discuss this. What is a Power BI? Just quickly, we will go with this. Okay. So Power BI is a business intelligence tool that helps us to connect to different data sources. And after connecting to different data sources, what we can do, we can find the insight from that and we can create a robust visualization from that. Okay. Data can be in any form. It can be it can be in an Excel worksheet. It could be in any cloud-based application. It can be in a SQL server or any CSV file. Okay. Even we can import a data from website also, or it can be in PDF, text, any format. Okay. So more than 100 different type of data sources is supported by Power BI, from where we can import our data. Now we have different parts in Power BI, different type of applications are there. So the first application is a window-based application that is known as Power BI Desktop, the application that we will be using right now to perform the task. Then we have a online service that is known as Power BI Service. If you want to import a data, or if you want not import, if you want to share the data or share your report with someone, you can use the Power BI Service part of Power BI application. Then we have Power BI mobile applications also. If you want to view the report in your mobile, you can use this Power BI mobile application. So today we are discussing about Power BI Desktop. So what is a Power BI Desktop? It is a free application that we can install in our local system to perform different type of visualization. We can connect to different data sources. We can transform it, and we can create a visualization output. Power BI help us to connect multiple data sources that we can do. Is more than 100 data sources right now Power BI is supporting. The Power BI Desktop is the part from where we can import a data. Then we can go for creating a model. If we are using multiple data sources together, suppose we have imported 2 or 3 tables. If I want to create a model, which we can create a relationship between that, and we can after that we can go for the visualization. Okay. So we can create different type of reports, different type of this dashboard in Power BI using this Power BI Desktop. What is the most common task that we can do? We can do multiple things, but most common is we can connect to a data. We can transform and clean that data. Data cleaning is very easy in Power BI Desktop. We can visualize the data. Visualize, we can create a visualization out of it. If I want to add any calculated field, calculated column, that we can do. We can share this report with different people using Power BI services. This is the common task that Power BI Desktop can do. Okay. Also, Power BI is known as self-service BI tool. Why it is known as self-service BI tool? Because all the different type of tasks we can do inside Power BI itself. If we want to import a data, it can be done using a single application, that is Power BI Desktop. If we want to do the data cleaning, it is possible inside Power BI Desktop only. We have a tool that is known as Power Query Editor. Okay, using that, we can do the data cleaning. We can create a visualization. If we want to share this report with different one, or we want to publish this report, we can use a Power BI service application of it. Okay? And okay, so this everything, if we want to do we want to create data modeling, we want to add any new field, like all that things can be done with the only one application, that is Power BI desktop. But if you're using any other BI tool like Tableau, the data cleaning we cannot do directly in Tableau. For that, we need to install a different application that is known as Tableau Prep. So for that, we need multiple tools to do multiple tasks. But here, a single tool will do all your tasks. That is the best advantage that we can do with our Power BI. Okay, then how the workflow of Power BI will work? First, we need to get the data, or we need to import the data. Then we will add it to the data modeling. This, if you want to create any calculated field and all, that will be done in data modeling. Then we will visualize the data. Then we will share the data. Getting a data and cleaning a data will be one task that will use mQuery language. Okay, using mQuery language, we will import a data and we will clean it. Then we will go for a data modeling. Okay, there we will use a DAX language, data analysis expression. Using that, if you want to add any calculated field, or suppose I want to create any measure and all, okay, or we want to do some type of data modeling, that will be done inside the data modeling part. And for that, we need a DAX language to perform. The two type of languages Power BI will use, one is mQuery language and one is DAX language. Then for visualization, simply we need to drag and drop and our visualization will work. And then we will use Power BI service to share the data. Okay. So let's start with the practical part. That will be more fun to learn. Okay. So what we will do right now, first we will open our Power BI desktop application. Okay, just a minute. So just I will launch my Power BI desktop app. It's taking time because I think your Zoom is on now. Power BI, one problem is that it takes lots of RAM to start.
Saurabh sir, please switch on your camera also. No?
Okay, sir. But that will again, I think, create an issue because lots of RAM. Let's see.
Okay. If
So this is
then we can ask.
okay, fine. Okay, this is the first interface that we will get when we will open our Power BI desktop application. This is just a welcome page that we get. In that, you will just have the option that if you want to get a data, you can use it. But this is not of our use. Simply, we can close it right now. Okay. Now, what we will do right now, we will import a CSV file and we will go for the data cleaning of that. So how to import a CSV file? Here in the home tab, we will find an option of get data. Simply, we can click on this get data. Here we have the option of text-CSV. Using this, I can import a CSV file. Just will click on this CSV file. It will ask me the path where the file is there. It will open a window. Okay. So I have to give that where I will go to the location where I have saved my file. So I have kept the file in the desktop. So simply I will go to the desktop. Here this file is there as dim customer. I will import this file right now. Okay. Simply we will click on open. Okay, fine. So once you will click on open, you will get this window. Here you will get the starting few rows. Just the interface you will get starting to 200 rows is showing me, so that I can have a look at how the data is looking right now. Okay. So if you want to load this data directly to your Power BI desktop, or we can say to your visualization part, you can click on this load. But if you need to do a data cleaning, okay, data cleaning is required. So we will go for the transform data. So we need to click on this transform data because I need to clean this data. Okay, we just see that how we can clean it. Okay, so right now I'm going for transform data. So it will open a Power Query editor for us. So a new window will be open. That is my Power Query editor. Just let me read. See, this is the Power Query editor. Here my data set will load. Let's talk about Power Query editor just for 2 minutes. Okay, this is an ETL tool used for doing the data cleaning in Power BI. And this feature is imported from Microsoft Excel. Okay? It was there in Microsoft Excel. From there, Power BI has imported this feature. What we can do, any type of data cleaning is worst to worst data can be cleaned inside this application, and just by a button click, okay? Just by UI interface, we will just use drag and drop feature. Just by button clicks, we will be doing the data cleaning. We don't need to write a single line for doing any type of transformation or doing any type of data cleaning. So here you will find on the left hand side queries is there. Whatever the table that we will import in Power BI, that is known as query. So all the different data set will come one below the other. Right now we have imported only one table, that is dim customer. So we are able to see that one. If we will import more tables, so that will come one by one. Right? On the top, we have different tabs. Inside each tab, we have different ribbons. That has a different views. Well, since this session is just for 1 hour, so let's go with directly the how we can clean this data. Now, when I see this table right now, what I found that my first row that is showing me customer data, it is just giving me the information that what is this data set is all about. But this doesn't add any meaning to my data set. Okay? So I don't want this row to be present here. So simply I want to remove this row, the entire first row. All the other columns you will see, it is blank. Only the first cells contain a value that is customer data. I want to remove this row. How we can remove the first row? So here in the home tab, you can see one option will be there, remove rows. In home tab, we have this option as keep row and remove row. Simply we click on the drop down. Here we have the option of remove top rows. One window will come taking time. Yeah, this we will get this type of window. It will ask me that how many rows we want to remove from the top. So we want to remove only one row. So simply we will type 1 and we will go with OK. So it will remove the top row from my table. Also, we'll notice one thing on your right hand side, this applied steps are there. As you will keep on applying the step, you will keep on doing the different tasks. This applied step will keep on changing. As we have removed this one line, so it's showing me remove top row. Okay, this has removed first row from my table. As we don't have any undo button in Power Query Editor, suppose by mistake if you have removed the first row, if you want to revert, get it back, you can simply cross this one. If you cross this particular thing, whatever the task you have performed, it will go to the previous step. Okay, again we will get the first row, that is customer data. So if you want to go for previous step, you have to cross the steps and you have to go it back. Okay. Let's remove this one, although we don't require it currently. The top row we have removed. After removing the top row, what I am able to see that my column heading is column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. Okay? And my first row contain a value as customer key. WWI customer key, customer, bill to customer, category, buying group, and so on. Okay? So what is the thing? That problem is that this is actually the column heading. Okay? The first row is my column heading, not the column heading that we are able to see. So what we will do, I want that my first row should be replaced with my column heading. So how I can use my first row as a column heading? So here in the home tab, you have a part of transform. You will find that use first row as a header. When you click drop down of this one, you will find two options. Use first row as a header, use header as a first row. Sometimes what will happen, your first row will be taken as a column heading. If the table doesn't contain any column heading, in that case, that type of problem comes. So if you want that your column heading should come as a first row, then you can use this option. But if you want that your first row should act as a column heading, so we will go for use first row as a column heading. Okay. Simply, I will click on this one. Right now, my first row is acting as a column heading. Okay. Customer key, WWI customer ID, customer, bill to customer. After that, as we have used the first row as a column heading, now again we will have a look on my data set. Again, the first value, that is 0, that is customer key is 0. Here we have the customer key is 0, customer unknown, and rest value was NA. Okay. So this again doesn't make any sense of keeping the first row. Okay. If I want to remove this first row again, we can remove this one also. Okay. So same step we will apply. Go for remove rows, remove top row, and we will go with 1. And simply go with OK. Okay. Now it's just looking fine. Column 1 contains customer key. Column 2 contains WWI customer ID. And on the left hand side of each column heading, you will find some values are written like 1, 2, 3 for the first column, 1, 2, 3 for the second column, ABC for the third column. What this means actually? It is telling me that what type of data type this column contains. Okay, what is the data type of this column? So when we click on this 1, 2, 3, we get a list. 1.2 is for decimal number. Dollar symbol is for fixed decimal number. 1, 2, 3 whole number. Percentage symbol is for percentage. For date and time, you will find a calendar symbol with a clock. For date, only a calendar symbol. For time, a clock symbol. Date, time, zone, a globe symbol is there. For duration, this type of clock symbol we have. Okay. ABC means this contains a text value. For true and false, we will get a tick mark. And for binary value, we will get this type of list. So by seeing this symbol, we can understand it. What is the data type of that column? Okay. So this values contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a whole number. So data type is fine. Second column also contains a numeric value. That is 1, 2, 3. Data type is okay. Next values contains text value. Okay. So this is also fine. This is a text value. Next column is again contains a text value. This is also fine. Here also it is a text value. This data type is also fine. Let's move to the next column and let's see. Buying group is also fine. Okay. It contains a text value. Then primary contact, it also a text value. Then we have a postal code. Here the postal code data type is taken as ABC. But what this contains? This contains a number. So it should be a whole number. So how we can change the data type of any value? Simply click on this ABC. You will get that drop down. Just select the data type that you want. Okay. Suppose it is a whole number. We will select that one. Now it will act as a whole number. Right? So that way we can simply change the data type. One more way is there that also we'll discuss. Before that, just have a look on the credit limit column. In the credit limit column, it is showing that it should be in amount. Okay. But before that, by mistake, we have a question mark symbol in front of each and every value. So we need to remove this question mark from it so that I can use this value as a decimal value or as a fixed decimal value. A fixed decimal value we use when we want to use that particular column as a currency or as a revenue. Okay. For that, we will use fixed decimal number. Let's see. I want to remove that question mark. How we can remove this question mark? So in the home tab, we will find one thing as replace value. Okay. Below this use first row as a header, we have the option as replace value. We will click on this one. So when we click on this replace value, just since I have clicked on the second row, so it will just taking the entire value. But I don't want entire value, I want the question mark only. So I will remove everything, just I will keep the question mark to find value. Okay? Find value is question mark. Replace with what? Replace with nothing. Okay? I will keep it blank. If you want that thing should be replaced with none of the characters, just keep the replace value blank and go with OK. Now you can see that in the credit limit column, every value has been replaced with what? It has been question mark has been replaced. We don't have anything. But we want to check that this column contain any space in the starting. Okay. So maybe a space can be there. So let's see. So how we can know that? So you have to go to this view tab. In the view tab, we have one option as show white space. Click on this particular box. When you click on the particular box, you will find that this maybe a space is there. Okay. It's looking like that a space is there. So to be on a safer point, what I can do, I can remove the leading and trailing space. How we can remove the leading and trailing space? Just select the column, go to your transform tab. We have two things. One is transform tab, one is add column tab. Difference we will discuss. First, let's come to the transform tab. Here you will have one option as format. Okay. Click on this format. You will find option to trim. What trim will do? Trim will remove any unwanted space in the starting of the word or from the ending of the word, or we can say from the starting of the string or from the ending of the string. So leading and trailing spaces or unwanted spaces will be removed using the string. So we will go for the trim option. Okay. So okay, now it is looking as same as there was no space, I hope. So and if no problem, if space was there, it has been removed. So we have removed the space. Now it contains only number. Now what we will do, we will change the data type of this particular column. So how to change? Same way we can proceed. Or one more option is there. In the transform tab, you have the option of detect data type. Okay. For that, first select the column from the top. Click on detect data type. So it will try to detect the best possible data type that it can do. But it has taken as a whole number. Okay. Because it's thought that it can be a whole number. But I want this column to be as a fixed decimal number. So I will click on this drop in this 1, 2, 3, and just I will change it to fixed decimal number to make it a value as currency. Okay, so sometimes it will give you a warning message. You want to replace the current? Yeah, I want to replace the current. It has been changed to my fixed decimal number. You can see the data type has been changed to currency. Okay. Fine. So this was a thing. Next thing, what we can do, see in this data set, we have a column as valid from and valid to. Okay. So when you click on the drop down of this box, you will find a drop down is there. This drop down is same as what we have filtered in Excel. It will show me all the distinct values inside this column. This valid from column contains only one value, that is 0-0.0. Okay. So every value is same, and this doesn't adding any meaning or doesn't add any value to my data set. So we will just remove this column. In the same way, the next column valid to. This contains a value as has. Okay. Multiple time has is there. This column doesn't add any meaning to. Okay. So these two columns I want to remove. How to remove? Select the first column, then press Ctrl and click on the top of the second column. Okay. First column we will click, then we will press Ctrl key from the keyboard, we click on the second column. And then in the Home tab, you will find an option of Remove Columns. Click on this one. Here we have two options, Remove Column, Remove Other Columns. We will go for Remove Columns. If you want to remove the selected column, go for Remove Columns. And if you want to remove the other columns, unselected columns, you can go for Remove Other Columns. So currently I want to remove the selected column. So we will go for Remove Columns. Okay. So my two columns, that is valid from and valid to, is removed from my data set or from my query, you can say. Okay. So this is a basic data cleaning we have done. Okay. We can do much more thing if required. For this data set, this much thing is only required. Okay. Okay. Any question till now?
No.
No, sir, you can continue, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, just let's have a look between difference between transform and add column, because few things we will find that it is there in transform also, and the same option is there in add column also. Like you will find the option as format, it is there in add column. In the same way, in the transform also we have the option as format. Okay, in the same way, maybe few more features are there. So why these two things, these two options is given in two different tabs? What happens whenever we are using this transform tab to perform any operation? What it will do? It will do the transformation, or it will do the task on the current column only. On the existing column, it will do the transformation. But if I'm using this column, add column, to do any type of transformation or any type of task, so it will add a new column and it will perform the task on the new column. Where existing column will be as it is, there will be no change in the existing column. Okay? So this is the difference between these two tabs, right? Now we have this view tab is there. Okay, just quickly we will have a look. If I want to see the properties of this particular data set, I can use this view tab. Here we have column quality, column distribution, and column profile. Okay. So this tells us the information about the column, that how many valid values are there, how many error are there, how many empty values are there. In the same way, how many distinct and unique values we have. Okay. Below you will find the column distribution is there. Here we will find that what is the minimum value, what is the maximum value, what is the average value, and all, if it is a numeric value. If it is a text value, then in that case, we will get a minimum and maximum value. Minimum value will be taken as an alphabetical order. If in the ascending order of alphabetical will be the minimum value, and maximum value in the same case. But we will not find standard deviation and all in case of character value. So to find any type of information, we can use this profiling. How many times each value is coming, that things details we can get. Okay, so this was about my data cleaning that we have seen. Now what we will do, we will load this data to my Power BI. Okay? So how to load? Once you are done with all your tasks, on the home tab, you will find one option as close and apply. Click on this drop down. You can go for close and apply. What close and apply will do? Whatever the changes we have done, it will save the changes and it will load the data to my Power BI desktop. Simply I click on close and apply. It will take hardly 10 to 15 seconds to load it. Okay. So this is the interface of my Power BI desktop. Here you will find that on your right hand side, this data tab is there. Whatever data will be loaded inside my Power BI desktop, we can see inside this data tab, the table name along with all the column name. And on the left of this is a visualization tab. Here we will find all the different type of visuals that are available. If any chart we want to create, we can choose the type of visual from here, and accordingly we can choose the field from my data tab. On the left of this, we have this filter pan. If I want to apply any filter on my visualization, I can use this filter pan. Now let's come to the leftmost side of this sheet. Here we have three options. One is report view, that is known as your visualization tab also. Then we have two more tabs, that is data view and model view. Combining this data view and model view, we call it as a power pivot. This is known as a power pivot. The application that we have used just now to do the data cleaning, that is known as Power Query Editor. And this one we can say as a report view or visualization tag. This doesn't have any other proper terminology. Okay? Even some people say it as a Power BI also, because whatever the visuals we will create, it will be done inside this tab only. Now, what is the use of this data view? First, have a look on this one. So when you click on the data view, you can see your data in a tabular format. Okay? That is the first use. Second use is if I want to do any type of calculation, or if you want to add any new column, or if you want to find any type of measures and all, it will be done inside this data view only. Okay, we will go for that. Means any type of transformation, means transformation in the sense that adding a new field will be done or data modeling will be done inside this data view. If I want to add any relationship between two tables, so we will be using the next option, that is your model view, okay, a data model. So model view we will use to find a relationship between two tables. So currently we have only one table, that is dim customer. So we are not able to see the next. Just have a look at how we can create a model. What I will do, I will import one more data set for this modeling part. So I will click on this get data. Then that is also a CSV file, the text and CSV. That is there in a different location. Just a moment. Okay, this fact cell is a table that contains some subset of this particular dim customer that has some columns. That is one column is common between both, and few extra columns are there that contains the other information of this one. It is a clean data, okay, as we are able to see also, and I have already used the data set. I know that it is a clean one. I'm not going for a transformation right now. Simply, I will go for the load part. So that just to show you that how we can create a data model between two different data sets. Both the tables we have imported from two different files. Okay? It can be similar type of files like CSV and CSV. It can be of different data sources also. One can be your CSV, one can be your Excel, or it can be a Excel and SQL, or it can be a PDF and SQL, anything. Okay? It's any two different data sources or same data sources also, you can import the tables and you can go for the data model. So here we have two tables, one is dim customer and another one is your fact set. So among them, the common column is customer. A customer key is a column that is present in both the table. So how to create a relationship between both? Simply we will drag this customer key over the another table. Okay? Or I can drag it from this to this. Anything is fine. So just a moment, we're taking some time. Right. Now you can see a relationship is established between both the table. That is your one to many, or we can say many to one relationship. This table is star is there, means this contains a duplicate record. And this contains one, means this contains a unique record. Okay? So one to many relationship is there between both the table. So this way we can establish our relationship, or we can go for a data modeling between two different data sets. If a common column is there between both, then only it is possible. Now, after that, if you want to go for the visualization part, you can click on this report view. From here, what type of visualization you want to go, you can create that one. Let's create a simple visual. Let's go for a clustered column chart, in which I will use both the tables to create this one. Okay? One field I will take from my dim customer, another field from my fact set. So let me just have a look on the columns name. From my dim customer, we have buying group category customer. Okay, let's take this category. I can take this category in my x-axis. So we will get all the different categories from my dim customer. Then what is the total profit we have gained per category? So I can take this profit from the fact cell and I can put it in the y-axis. So we have two category only. One is novelty swap and one is blank. Okay, so these two categories are there, which is making that is present in both the tables. Maybe we have few more categories in my first table, but we don't have the data on my second table. It is possible that the category is there, means we have purchased that category, but it is not sold. Or maybe it is sold, but we don't have the data in another table. Okay? So in that case, we will not get that information. So this is the two categories that is present in both the tables, and we have the information about that. That is there. That simple visual is there. If you want to make it more interactive, if you want to add more coloring on this part, the legend is there. In the legend, we can add a coloring factor column. Either I can use this category itself in the legend to add a color. Okay. If you want to make it a clustered column chart, means more graphs you want. Suppose category wise, we want what we can do. Buying groups are there. Let's put buying group in the legend. So that for each category, what are the different buying groups that we can see? Okay. So for the first category, that is novelty shop, we have two buying groups. One is Tapsin toys and one is Bing Top toys. For the blank, we don't have any category because blank is a blank value will be there, or blank rows will be there. Okay? Means that values are null values. That is coming as a blank. So for that we don't have any category. So this is a clustered column chart. In that we will get multiple columns for each value, and that will show me the distribution parallelly. We can see the parallel distribution. Right? Okay, this data set doesn't contain a much meaningful data. So what I will do right now, I will import another data set to create a normal report for you all. So for that, we will be using the sample superstores dataset that contains a lots of information and lots of columns are there. That is my Excel file. So let's see that how we can import an Excel file also. So we'll click on this get data. Here the first option is Excel workbook. Click on that. In the desktop, I have kept this file that is SAM Global Superstore. So I will click on this particular file, click on open. See, whenever you will load any Excel file, so that Excel file may contain more than one sheet. If it contains a single sheet also, then also you will get an option on the left-hand side that which sheet you want to import. If that Excel file contains a tables also, we store the data in Excel in two formats. One is in a range format, one is in a tabular format. Okay. Since this Excel file contains the data in the range format, directly we are able to see only the page name or the sheet name. But if it contains the data in a tabular format, table data is also there, then we will be able to see the tables names also, okay, in this list. Now, which sheet or which table you want to import, simply you need to check that box. So I just want to import this file, that is my order sheet. Okay? So I've checked this order sheet and simply I can go for load. This is a clean data. So that's why I'm just going for a load. If data cleaning is required, then only we will go for the data transformation. Okay? So that you have to check before loading it that it is a clean data or data cleaning is required or not. Since it is a little bit larger file, will take some time to load. Now on the right hand side, we are able to see a new data set, that is orders. So what is the advantage of Power BI? Once you will load the data set in your Power BI desktop, then it will act similar, whatever the format earlier it was. If it is a Excel file, it was a CSV file, or maybe it has been imported from PDF. Okay, there will be no difference in that. So all the three files will look similar right now. So I will be using this orders table to create a quick report for you. So I'm going for a new page. We will click on this add button to add a new page. We have added a new page here. Now here just we will go for creating a report. So for that report, I want a heading for that. So this is a text box on the home tab. We can use this text box to add a heading for the report. Just we can take the entire breadth of the page. Just yeah. Here just we can type whatever the heading just we want to go. Let's go for sales report analysis and just increase the font of this. Select this line. This is 10. Make it 36. I hope it would be fine. Yeah. Okay. Sales report analysis. Now, if you want to change the color of this font, that also you can do. Select this font. Here we have this coloring option is there, font color. Click on that. Whatever the font color you want to select, let's make it as dark orange. Okay. This we have done as sales report analysis. Now, if you want to add a background color to this particular box, or we can add a background color. So for that, we need to go for the formatting part of this. On your right hand side, this format is there. Here you have one thing as effect. Expand this effect part. Background, currently it is white. You can change the background color. Okay. So as per your choice, what the color you feel like that is looking good, and background color you can put it here. Okay. Just I have gone with this color. Then transparency is there. Suppose this color is looking little dark. If you want to make it light, transparency is currently 0%. So we can increase the transparency a little bit. So a light shade of this color we can get. Okay. So that depends on your skill set and how you want to go for this. This is looking fine for me right now. So just I will keep the heading as sales report analysis. Now below we will add some more visual for that. Okay. So for what I will do, first I will add some card visual. What is a card visual? Here we have a single card visual that is used to add any aggregated information. If you want to add any summarization or aggregated result, I can use this card visual. So I can put one card visual here. First, add the values in it, do the formatting. Then multiple cards, if you want to add, we can use the same visual just to copy paste. Suppose this is a card visual. On the right hand side in the visualization part, we have field. Here I need to add the field that we want to display here. Suppose I want to display the profit. So we can drag it profit here. So this is the sum of profit that we are able to see. Let me make it a little bit smaller. Now, let's make it a little bit more interactive. What we can do to make it more interactive, we can go for the formatting part of it. So in this visualization tab, we have three options. One is add data to the field. Next is your visualize or format your data. Okay. To format your visual, you click on this format your visual. First one is call out value. This call out value is this 1.47M, that is million. Okay. So if you want to change the values, you can click on the call out value. So currently we are able to see the data in million. Suppose you want to see the data in 1000. Display unit is there. You can click on the drop down. It is auto. You can make it 1000. Okay. So the values will come in 1000. Right? So better we can keep it million because everywhere we will get a result in different format. So auto will automatically adjust the units by its own. So it's taken in million. That is fine for us. If you want to increase the font, it is 45 right now. So you can do it from here. Suppose make it 50. Okay, that can be done as per your choice. This is call out value is 1.17 million. It's whatever the formatting you want to change the color and all can be done from this part. Then we have call out label. What is this call out label means? Below this value, we are able to see one thing as sum of profit. Okay, this is call out label. If you want to off this one, if you don't want to display this, you can click on off. Okay, means just we can click on this on button, it will be off. that value won't be visible, right? So in place of that, what I will do, I will add a heading to this particular card visual. So we'll go how to add the heading. Here we have visual and general. We click on this general. We have title. I will on this title. Okay. Expand this one. Just add the title. It was sum of profit. So I can go for total profit. Okay. Total profit is my heading. We can make it on the center. So alignment we can do center. It is very small. So let's increase the font size to at least 20. Let's see. Make it 22. Okay, 22 is fine. Now, how we can make it more interactive? We can add a visible background to this. Currently, the background is none or white. So we can add a background. So we can add a background from this part. Let's add a background of orange color, or maybe, okay, let's add a background of black color. Okay. And font color is also black. To make the font color as white, that will look a little much better. So font color we have changed to white and background we have changed to black. So now it is looking much better compared to previous visual. This is the formatting we have done. Now, if you want to add a border to this visual, how the border can be added? In the effect, we have this visible border just on this one. We have added a border. Okay. Now this card visual is ready for us. Okay. So we have added one card visual. Let's let it bring it down. Now in the same way, if I want to add multiple card visual, so we have done all the formatting on this one. So simply we will select this particular card visual. Okay. Control C, Control V. Okay, we have got one more card visual right now. If you want again another one, again Control C, Control V. One more we have got. And suppose that one more I want. Control C, Control V. So we have got 4 card visuals. All of them is showing some total profit. Now I want to display multiple things in multiple visuals. The first one is total profit. Second one, we want to show total sales. Okay? So I will just drag this sales in the field of this. So this is my, let's not take it, just a minute. Okay. Now it is showing me total sales. Heading is total profit. We need to change it. Again, we go to this format your visual, general, title. Just we need to click on this in place of profit, make it sales. The second visual is showing me total sales. Rest formatting will be as it is. Third visual, let's show that what is the total quantity sold. So just I will drag, we will click on this format your visual or add to your visual. In this field, we will drag the quantity. This is total quantity. Again, we go to this formatting part, just change the title to total profit, total quantity. Okay. This is my total quantity. In the next one, what we can display, let's see, total order received, okay, that we can display. So order ID, I will put it in the field. So when we put the order ID in the field, we are getting first order ID, because here we don't have any summarization is not applied. So always it will take the first value, last value like that. But I want to show the count of order ID. Simply we click on this drop down. Now we'll make it, we have first, last, count, distinct, and count. I want total count, means how many orders we have got. So we'll go for the count. 51.29K is my total order received. Okay. So again, we will change this column heading of this one or title of this one. Total orders. Total orders. Okay. This is a heading just we have added. So just I have added 4 card visual to display 4 different type of aggregated result. The first one is giving me the information of total profit. Second one is total sales. Third one is total quantity that we have sold. And this is total number of order that is placed or that we have got. Now this is one thing. Now let's add few more visual here. So first what I can do, I can add a map. Okay, map visual maybe will create problem. Let's see, because that needs a good internet connection to add the report. So simply you can drag like this to increase and decrease the size of the visual. This is a map visual we have there. In the location, I can add any categorical, means any location field. Okay. So we have city, we have country. So let's add country in the location. Okay, the map visual will always take some time to load it because it will load the data based on you from your net, I mean from the internet only. So this we have loaded, the country is loaded. Now here we have legend, latitude, longitude. If any column contains the exact latitude and longitude option, then we can add it here. Now we have one thing as bubble size. If any numerical field you want to show that particular country, what is the sales they have done. Okay. So in the bubble size, I can add the sales, we can add the profit. So based on the values, the size of the bubble will increase or decrease. So I have added the sales. Okay. So for different countries, we will have different size of bubble. If the sales is bigger, the bubble size, sales is higher, the bubble size will be bigger. Okay. If the sales is less, bubble size will be small, like that. It is a card visual we have added here. Sorry, map visual we have added. We can just increase the size of this little bit. Okay. Now what we can do, we can add one line chart here. In the line chart, we can display the profit and sales figure. In the x-axis, we can keep the order date in the x-axis. In y-axis, I can keep the sales amount. And we have one thing as secondary y-axis. In that, we can keep another numeric field if we want to display two different lines. And secondary axis we will use if the values of primary axis and secondary axis means the column that we have used in the y-axis, okay, and the column that we will using, we want to use the next. But there is a huge difference in that. Then only we will use a secondary axis. Since the sales and profit, there will be a huge difference between sales and profit. Because always the profit will be near about 10%, 8% like that, okay? Or hardly 20%. So there will be a huge difference between sales and profit. So that's why I have kept in a different field. Now in the ordered date, that is x-axis, you can find ordered date has taken the different hierarchy. That is year, quarter, month, and day. Okay. So I want to display this value based on year and month. I don't want day and quarter. Simply I can remove this day and this quarter. Okay. So year and month wise, I want to display the result that we have kept. So here you are able to see only the year is coming because we need to go for a drill down of this level. So this is the first level. We want to go for a drill down. I will click on this drop down. Now it will show me month and year both. Okay. So this is month and year bar is there. When I put my cursor on any of the field, it is April 2012. Next one will be May 2012. Okay. Since this graph is very small, so in the below x-axis, the month names are not visible. Otherwise, it is showing me the result for each and every point. We have different dots are there for each and every month and year. Let me add few more visuals here. Let's go for a ribbon chart. Okay. So what is a ribbon chart? Ribbon chart is somehow like a stacked column chart. But here we will get an option of different coloring options will be there. Okay. That will make my visual more interactive. So in the ribbon chart, let's see what columns we can keep. Okay. In the x-axis, we can, let's keep category. Let's see that it will look fine or not. Then we have y-axis category we have kept here. In y-axis, we can keep any numerical field. Let's keep sales. In legend, we have kept category, segment, So category wise, what is contribution of different segment for each category that we are able to see. Since always the below, that is home office, is having the lowest one. So everywhere home office is coming on the bottom. Then we have corporate, that is dark blue, that is at a second level for all the different categories. That is coming in the second. And this blue is always on the top. So since here everyone is doing the same contribution, so we are getting the result in this way. So how we can make it more interactive, we will change the field. Okay, right now just keep it as it is. Let's see that after applying some filter, if we can get a better result. Okay, so see, filter can be applied in Power BI in multiple ways. One can be, I can use this filter option to apply the filter. One more option is that I can select any field. Let's say that if I will select from this part, I will click on any dot, that is February 2012. Okay. It will apply a filter to all the visual that is present in this page right now. Now you will find total number of orders has been changed. Total quantity is changed. Okay. Profit, sales, everything is changed. Even this map visual is also updated. But it's giving me the result for only one point, that is February 2012. On the month of February 2012, what is the sales, what is the profit that we have got? This is one way of applying a filter. Another way is we can use a slicer. Okay, I can click on this top again. Okay. Slicer we can use to apply a filter. We click on this white space. We can go for the slicer. So in the first slicer, what we can do, let's put here from the order date. I can put this order date here. We can make it date hierarchy, and just we will keep the year from that part. Okay. Only year is there. Now I will add one more slicer here. In the slicer, here we have done, let's keep market in this. So all the different market values, listing values will come here. Okay. The two slices right now just we have added, just to show you that what is the use of slicer. Now suppose someone will ask you that we want the result for Asia specific for year 2012. So I will click on this Asia specific result. And year is 2012. So what is the sales done for the year 2012 for the Asia Pacific region? So this is a map, this is a visual that you are able to see. It is updated based on that region. Now this map chart you can have a look. Only the Asia Pacific region having a dot. Okay. Remaining values doesn't have any dot, like Europe, Africa. You will not find any dot on that particular part. And total profit, this is total sales, total quantity, and total orders has been updated based on that value. Suppose you want 2012 and 14, both the year. You can press Control and click on 14 also. So it will add 12 and 14 both the years here. And we will get the result based on that. Okay, everything will be updated based on that. So this is it is applying a filter on the given page. On the given page, whatever the visuals are there, it is applying a filter on it. Suppose you want for Africa, just click on the Africa. Only for Africa region, just click on Africa without pressing Control. So it will update for Africa region. So map will take a little more time in updating. Yeah, so this is updated based on that. So this way, my visual will come. This is just a simple report we have created using this Power BI dataset. So much more better report, much more complex report can be created using this. Okay? So for that, we need more detailed knowledge of this particular application for that, to learn that much complex thing. So what we have discussed, based on that, this report we have generated right now. Okay, so this is all from today's session. If any question is there, you're free to ask the question. Okay, I hope it is fine for today. So this is a session that we have conducted today. If any further session is required based on this type of knowledge, if you want, you can comment below in our YouTube channel. So definitely we will arrange a more session regarding this type of activities. If any further queries there, if you want to contact us, you can contact through our website, that is nitinanalytics.com. Or also you can contact in our WhatsApp number is there. You can find it in the website itself. In that, we can contact us.
Thank you, Saurabh, sir. This video is also posted on the LinkedIn, Facebook, and on the YouTube. You can put a comment message. You can forward this message to your video to your friends as well, and try to reach out us on the numbers given, or you can make a note of the numbers as well: 9945339324. Surely we're going to help you in understanding the concepts. I want more sessions. Please like, follow, and subscribe our YouTube channels, and we bring the new videos for you. Purpose here is to give you quality type of learnings on the Power BI and help you to understand the data analytics and make a better careers options to you. Anything that Megha that you want to add?
No, it's like the session was really very good, and I feel that most of the people will get benefit seeing this session. And if someone wants the same thing, I would like to say, if someone wants to wants to suggest some topics on which we can get some master's class like this, please do comment below. In LinkedIn, YouTube, you can comment and let us know in what topics do you need us to make masterclass videos.
Thank you, ma'am. Saurabh sir, any last words, sir, that you want to say?
Thank you for everyone for joining the session, and it was really nice to take this type of session. And definitely we will have the other candidate who want to pursue the career in the field of data science, or who do want to learn the concept of Power BI. It was just an introductory session. We will learn much more if we get a chance to conduct this type of sessions more.
Sure, sir. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.